Greetings, humans. I'm Andy.
And I'm George.
And this is Kufus.
And welcome back to the Windmill Full of Corpses.
Right, so this is called I Buried Us, and my question is, who did the killing? I don't know if anybody did the killing or if somebody else than the people in the story did the killing and the people just did the burying. Regardless, there's people in the dirt.
Yes. So I think this is the second single from Blackbriar's upcoming album, 1,000 Little Deaths, if I remember correctly, is what it's called.
Yes.
And I kind of missed out on their entire previous album cycle, which was called
A Dark Euphony.
A Dark Euphony. So maybe we'll keep a closer eye on this one, but I am intrigued.
Are you ready?
Now.
I got lost in the garden and crossed a boundary.
That's a flashback to Gravity by Lacuna Coil.
Yeah.
Wilderness, I felt the shift profoundly. We would have been unlikely. We would have been fractious. And in my mind, I buried us right beneath the Texas, lying side by side.
Just a little bit of melodic tension at the end to leave it uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it's about death.
Okay, I don't think it's about death. I think it's about being overly attached girlfriend to someone that you want to be with them after death.
Well, I think Zora is really good at romanticizing overly attached girlfriend behaviors in her songs.
I don't know if Zora is overly attached to romanticizing morbid shit, or if she's overly attached to morbidizing romantic shit.
I think it's both.
Yeah, it's a bi-directional thing. But I have to look a bit more into the story because it's intriguing. I said the glass coffin thing definitely took me back to Gravity by Lacuna Coil. They had the same thing in the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
For that song. Yeah, it sounds like Blackbriar.
Yeah.
It sounds like Blackbriar, which is good. Like, watch our previous Blackbriar reactions. It's the same things. I don't mean that critically because they definitely landed on something that works for them. So shuffling it around for no reason. Like,
yeah, and it's pretty unique. But I liked how, on the last chorus, you had the drums space out.
Yeah.
Like the first two choruses sounded pretty majestic. And when the third one came out and you had the more spacey drums, it almost sounded doomy.
Mm-hmm.
So it really gave it this dark twist at the end. That was really, really cool.
Mm-hmm. Production quality for them is always great. The chugging on the guitars is very meaty. It's cool to me when bands that aren't heavy are heavy. So like Blackbriar's instrumental is like heavy.
Yeah.
It's got the meat. It's got the beef, but
and I love the drum fills.
The final result is still whimsical. And I felt that the bridge and the outro parts had early Nightwish vibes on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Because he had like these da-da-da-da-da-da kind of repeated strikes on keyboard. Yeah. So that's very early Nightwish.
Yeah, that's quite Nightwishy. Yeah. Also, that lyrical line, I can feel my rotten heart burn. I'm like, corpse feels valid. I didn't catch that. It was in the chorus.
Huh. I caught something about what ifs. There was something in one of the verses about what ifs. And I inferred the whole being attached to someone after death because she was saying something about we will be buried together side by side, or in the afterlife.
Yeah, they also had songs about reincarnating and meeting each other. That was Until Eternity. So I guess reincarnating and meeting each other is what overly attached girlfriend hopes is gonna happen, and then what they end up doing is existing side by side together in the afterlife is what actually.
You know what? This reminds me of this topic.
What?
Do you know Beelzebub's the comics?
Yeah.
Do you remember the grandma?
No.
Okay, so in Beelzebub's, you have like a black metal family in the comic books. It's like a black metal themed comic book, and the grandma in the family is over attached to the grandpa, and grandpa's dead, and she keeps digging him up and putting him on the chair at family dinner. Aww! So that's what this made me think about.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody is that overly attached.
I can feel my rotten soul cringe.
Yeah. So if Zora in her 60s and 70s becomes like the grandma from Beelzebub's, I would not be very surprised. The red flags were there, literally, because it's a red flag, like, right?
Okay, you're really going out there with this one now. Are we done here?
No.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Corpses.